Today we're unpacking a really interesting new source drop from the team over at WP Managed Ninja. They just launched something called FluentPlayer. We're going to cut right through the marketing hype to understand exactly how this interactive video tool functions natively inside WordPress, and we'll also break down the mechanics behind this very urgent lifetime deal they're running. So let's start with a core problem here. Think about your own tech stack for a second. If you're an online course creator or a web developer, you are probably feeling subscription fatigue. It just feels like every single tool you use requires another monthly fee, right? And when it comes to enterprise grade video hosting, the kind where they don't slap ads for your competitors right on your videos or throttle your bandwidth, those monthly costs can honestly skyrocket out of control pretty fast. The source material hits on this exact pain point. Creators are just exhausted by the endless drip of monthly charges just to keep their businesses running. To fix this, the documentation contrasts what we're used to with a totally new approach. Usually, video embedding is super passive. You pay a recurring fee every month just so your viewers can hit play and sit back. But this new interactive model is completely action-driven. It's designed to actually engage the user directly while they watch. And the best part, it operates without those recurring costs. It's a fundamental shift in how we actually think about and monetize our video assets. Enter FluentPlayer. This is their solution, a modern video player built entirely for the WordPress ecosystem. Now, the absolute key to their value proposition is the phrase built exclusively for WordPress. Okay, this isn't some clunky third-party software as a service app that you have to clumsily iframe into a page. It is natively integrated. If you're a developer, you know exactly what that means. It works seamlessly with your existing setup. It actually respects your site's load speed, and it sits right there in your very own dashboard. And it's incredibly flexible. Instead of locking you into their own proprietary, expensive hosting ecosystem, you can bring your own video files. It accesses this premium wrapper around whatever source you want to use. You can seamlessly embed from YouTube, Vimeo, BunnyStream, or even your own self-hosted files. So say you're using BunnyStream for fast, dirt cheap delivery, or maybe you're just using unlisted YouTube videos to keep costs at zero. You bring the raw file and the plugin provides the high-end professional interface. The documentation is also super heavy on white labeling. One of the biggest complaints with free hosts is that aggressive third-party branding plastered all over your site. With this, the focus is giving you total control. You customize the colors, the controls, the whole look and feel to perfectly match your brand. Whether you're tossing up a quick 1-minute product teaser or building out a massive 20-part course playlist, the player is designed to look like a bespoke custom build for your business. Okay, so let's walk through the actual viewer journey to see why this converts so well. Imagine a potential customer watching your content. That's step 1. Then boom. Step 2, the video automatically pauses and a call to action or a lead capture form pops up right over the video. Finally, step 3, they type in their email or click the button, all without ever leaving the player. The whole strategy here is just eliminating friction. You are catching them when they are most engaged without sending them off to some other landing page. The feature list they outline is completely focused on this peak engagement. We're talking built-in forms that wire straight into your CRM, clickable buttons hovering directly over the footage, and hotspots that link right to a product you might be holding in the video. They also highlight interactive timestamps, which is honestly a huge deal for course creators because it lets viewers easily jump around long-form content. That drastically boosts retention. But they didn't ignore the basics either. Beyond all the flashy conversion tools, the source highlights really fine-tuned playback features. We're talking looping, precise speed controls, and full support for subtitles and captions. Viewers expect to be able to speed up a slow tutorial or flip on captions if they're on a crowded train, right? By baking these in, they're ensuring accessibility stays a top priority, matching the exact UX you'd expect from massive $1,000 a month enterprise platforms. And to track all of this, the plugin includes built-in analytics. This is critical. You aren't just guessing if that in-video button is working. For sure. You can see exactly when people are clicking, where they get bored and drop off, and which forms are actually capturing leads. And because it's native to WordPress, all this actionable data lives right inside your own dashboard, letting you impartially measure your video strategy without logging into 5 different platforms. All right, let's pivot and look at the launch strategy itself, because it's a fascinating case study. The timeline they outline includes a strict window for initial launch bonuses, followed by a roadmap for continuous development. So at hour 0, the deal goes live. Fast forward exactly 24 hours and a massive early adopter bonus completely vanishes. Beyond that, there's a promised ongoing roadmap. So the tool you buy on day one is meant to continually evolve and get better over time. WP Managed Ninja is going with a lifetime deal or LTD for this launch. If you've been around the software space, you know an LTD is the holy grail. It's a single upfront fee for the lifetime of the product, including future updates. It totally bypasses that subscription fatigue we were talking about earlier. It just takes the traditional SaaS billing model and flips it completely on its head. Pay once, use it forever. The key to this whole launch is that 24-hour window. The developers are using the strict deadline to drive immediate massive action. It's a classic scarcity play, perfectly designed to reward the early adopters who already trust their brand. By anchoring everything to that 24-hour mark, they are using urgency to mobilize their existing audience straight out of the gate. So what's the actual bonus? Within that initial 24 hours, early adopters get double the amount of site licenses entirely for free. If you are an agency owner or developer managing sites for clients, this is a massive detail. You buy a 5-site license on day one and it automatically doubles to 10 sites at no extra cost. You just effectively cut your cost per site squarely in half. Their promotional copy makes this impossible to miss, leaning hard into the phrase same price, twice the value. They know exactly who they're talking to here. They are speaking straight to the ROI calculations of business owners. By offering double the utility right away, they're using a powerful psychological trigger to wipe out any hesitation. It is a very aggressive, highly targeted positioning strategy to guarantee those day one conversions. The source material is also crystal clear on one thing. This is a limited time opportunity. Once the LTD ends, it very well may be gone for good. And analytically, that makes total sense. Software companies regularly use a lifetime deal at launch just to raise a burst of initial capital and build an invested beta community. Once they hit that goal, they close the door and transition into a standard recurring monthly subscription. As we wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with this thought. Consider how shifting to a one-time cost, highly interactive video strategy could totally redefine your own WordPress platform. If you could eliminate those recurring hosting fees tomorrow and start embedding forms directly inside your video content, how would that actually alter your conversion funnel? Think about the friction you'd remove for your users and the monthly budget you would suddenly free up. It is a really fascinating shift in website optimization. Thanks for joining me to unpack this one. Click below to get a special deal on FluentPlayer today.